think I'm here. I think I'm good. I hope you can hear me okay. I hope this angle is a little better than the last one. The last one was more right above it, so I'm hoping... Actually, hold on. I need to fix something. Not that. Wrong click. I believe... There. So now, left hand, left hand. Okay. I wanted to make sure I had it the right way and not mirrored. Or do I want it mirrored? I don't know. I just know I wanted it where the hands were showing right. So today I am working on a half ribbed stitch. A half fisherman rib stitch is what it's called. So I'm liking the look of the pattern. I'm making a scrappy scarf is what I call it. I took all my little yarns and balled them up into one cake. Put that back in. So these are all like not, as you can see, it's like a little bit of one, a little bit of this one, then the next color, and yeah, so. All right, so let's do this. This is a pearl. Let me see if I can go a little closer on my hands for you guys without getting out of screen. Uh-oh. Alright. Nope. Knit. Yeah, and I'm still learning, so this is my second, going on my third month of knitting. I started knitting about 2 months ago, so I still have a lot to learn. But I am obsessed with it, that's for sure. Uh-oh, don't do that. Okay. Knit, purl knit, purl knit, purl knit. I did something wrong. Knit. Okay, I'm starting out rough here. I've already messed up. Some way, somehow. Which makes this a pain, because this is knit one below. Sorry, guys. I've gotten off on my pattern already. So that was purl, knit, purl. Was this a purl? Yes, that is a purl. So this should have been a knit. Okay, I'm back on track. Yay! Okay. Come on. There. There's knit. looks better. There we go. Now let's see if I can stay on track here. No promises. I am learning what the stitches look like, so that's a bonus. At least I catch myself before I get too far into the stitch to realize, hey, I messed up. All right, it is Tuesday. It is 7:30 in the morning. I have about an hour before I go to work. So I always get up and I always plan on starting about 30 minutes beforehand. But something always comes up and it never happens. I normally get started right at 7:30. I should probably get up earlier than 7, but I set the alarm, I just don't get up. But, oh well. I think tomorrow I'm going to do a live on YouTube. Do my cross stitch over there. We'll see how that goes. Hope the music isn't too loud for anybody. I don't have it up very high on my side. Just have it enough so I can hear it. I spent all day yesterday knitting. I had planned on doing some cross stitch, but by the time I got to the end of the day, I got my food, and then I started fiddling with my Twitch stuff and spent my entire evening getting everything set up for today. So, but once I get everything set up and the way I like it, then we can proceed from there. I had to get the chat box in the chat so that when I posted this on YouTube, they could at least see the chat if I have anybody who comes in to chat with me. That way they're not lost on the conversation. Let's see. I'm really liking this stitch. It looks wrong when you like up close to it, but once the stitches start getting lower, then they start falling into place and looking right. Hi, Ritzy. What are you doing, baby? Hey, you don't want to go over there. Aries is over there. Yeah, Aries doesn't get along with most of the cats. She gets along with Simon, because that's her brother. Ritzy, she will tolerate, as long as she stays out of her space. And then we've got Reese's, who she will chase down. She'll corner her, We don't let them stay cornered very long. We tend to intervene. Oops. Come on. Oh. My strand came apart. I'm gonna put this back together. They're the same color. This broken strand. Yeah, she tends to chase and pin Reese's in the corner. Haven't figured out why she dislikes Reese's so much. Maybe because she's another calico. Who knows? Alright, so this is a pearl. Oops. Crapola. Don't do that. Purling the first stitch on a rope gets me every time. There we go. Alright, now we're going to knit. Purl. Knit. See if I can keep the pattern this time without messing up. No promises there. Yeah, I tend to switch through my projects. I don't work on one particular project all day. I'll throw a few rows on this one, I'll get my other one out, and I'll throw, like, I'll get, say, my sock out, I'll throw a few rows on my sock, then I'll pull the beanie out, throw a few rows on the beanie, and so forth and so on. I switch between them all. Now we'll say on my twin blanket that I'm working, my Scrappy twin blanket, I normally only get one row across on it before I put it away. As it's like 200 stitches across, so yeah, I'm right. Okay, so it tends to make my hand tired pretty quick, even though it's just an easy, simple stitch across. Or a knit across. I don't know if you call them knits or stitches or what. I try not to get too complicated of ones to do during a work day, because I do get calls. Don't do that. I do get calls and have to put them down sometimes in the middle of the row. So I don't like getting anything too complicated or comes off the needle too easy. Okay, now we're on a knit row. This row is easy. I don't have any issues with this row. Besides just getting the thread at the right angle. That's my biggest thing, is getting the thread at the right angle so I can use it and grab it with no issues. feeding across the needle. And normally I get the right angle and then have to reshift so I can move all the stitches up. But oh well, that's a common thing. Hi! Hi, the string player. How are you? Good morning. Yep. I'm the only one awake in my house. I'm tired, just woke up a bit ago. Yep, I totally get that. I'm doing all right. I'm just trying to get a stream in before I start work. So, yep, I woke up. I've been awake about an hour now. It is almost 8 o'clock my time. Oops. Oops, come on. Tangling up my needles. These are not I'm not used to working with these needles very often. I've been working with circular needles, so straight needles are a little new to me. But I wanted to work on this project and I didn't have the size circulars. I didn't have any extra circulars actually. Not that I wanted that in this size, so. But I just bought a couple of more needles, but they're for making socks. I bought some 9-inch circulars. I'm going to try knitting a sock in the round. I figured I might as well try all the knitting ways for socks. And I got DPNs for socks. I just want to give it a try, just to say I tried it. Plus the DPNs will come in handy for like on my hats. Like I make beanies and stuff like that, so I know the DPNs will come in handy for that. Because luckily I tend to knit my hats in the same size as I do my socks. So come on. This thread just not want to pull out. Alrighty. Tried DPNs once. Yeah. I don't know. They're one of those where it's like, I'm not sure I would like them, but I thought the same thing with the circulars too. When I first started fiddling with them, I did not get them, did not understand them. Now, you know, so far that's the main thing I've been going for. I like the versatility of them. Being able to use them for stitching in the round or for stitching straight. But I don't know. I've always been the type, give it a try to decide if I like it or not. So that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah. Well, I've watched people do a circular sock, and I thought it was cool. So that's why I want to try the circular sock. I know the needles will be harder to hold because of the angle, but because they're not much there to hold. But yeah, I don't know. Like with me, I like switching up the projects so that I'm not working on the same thing or holding the same type of needles, because my hands get tired, at least right now, because I've literally been doing this about 2 months. So my hands have not got used to holding the needles and doing the motions repetitively. Yeah, I haven't tried any short roll heels yet. I think the one heel I did was the flap gusset thing. I think we built the flap, then the curve, and then proceeded to build the heel type thing. I've got a little bit more to go on the other half of that sock, and then I'll be at the heel. And we'll see if I can make a repeat of the same thing. Well, I definitely can't go any shorter than that one, because then it wouldn't fit her foot, because that fits her foot perfectly. Which luckily she's been the same shoe size for almost 2 years now, and she's 17, so she shouldn't grow too much shoe size anymore. So she should be at her where she's stopping at for shoe size. But I'm trying to be good and not start anything, because I have the yarn for a sock that I want to make for myself, but I already have a red sock I'm making for myself. So it's like, I don't want too many pairs of socks going at one time. Oops. Ignore my head. This yarn is kind of on the rough side. It does not like to feed out very well, so I have to pull out extras. Okay. Knit. Nope, that was a purl. I called it a knit. Now we're gonna knit. But yep. I have like yeah, that's right. Trying to make sure I get in the do the right stitches. Knit. Because this one's a pain to try to frog or Is it called frogging? I think it's called frogging. I know for cross stitch it's called frogging. Bitch. Grab it. Thank you. Put that down. Yeah, I like the ribbed look of this one. This is my first time learning how to knit below. I've started this thing like 3 times. The reason I restarted it the last time was because I put it down and came back to it and started on the wrong row. So like I was on this knit below side and I was knitted all the way across it. And it wasn't until further into the pattern that I realized I messed up. So I just ended it and started new. Frogging if you rip it out and thinking if you rip it backwards. I gotcha. So I was thinking, because I didn't rip it, I didn't take my needles out. I just backtracked. But I think it'll be a cool scarf. But yeah, I had a bunch of excess yarn. So I like attached them, like I'd ball it, then knit it, knot it together and grab the next color. Tink. Tink. Tink is knit backwards. Oh god. Okay, gotcha. Tink. I tinked. So I put it all in a cake and I put it in my little cat ball that I made. The ball of yarn's a little big for it at the moment, but it'll get it down. So what I did was when I started this one, I marked the front. So I know that when this is showing, I'm on the knit side. Just so I don't make a mistake on which side I'm supposed to be doing what. I do that with my socks, that way I know which side's front, which side's back. So. Alrighty, time to knit across. But yeah, I really wanted something to work all my like little scraps of yarn. Like when I started knitting, my mom gave me a big tote full of yarn. Mostly, from what I can tell, most of it is DK. It's just worsted weight for size 4 weight, whatever. But there was a lot of like little small balls and whatnot. And there were some that were just a little bigger. They're not enough to make any one particular project. And I was on YouTube and I watched somebody's YouTube channel where they called it a bag blanket. Whatever was in their bag was what they stitched the blanket with. And I was like, hey, I could do that with all my scrap yarn. Call it a scrappy blanket. And then when I realized I had a bunch of the littler yarns, which wouldn't have really made even a row for the blanket, I was like, I'm gonna make a scrappy scarf. Took me a bit to start it because I wanted to find the right pattern. Because I like scarves that have the ability to use either side. and I hadn't run across a pattern yet. And then I ran across this pattern on YouTube. I don't even remember what I was looking for. It just kind of popped up and I was like, hey, that's kind of cool. How hard is that stitch? So, yep, and that's where I'm at. Oh, the way I have that is not working. There we go. I was catching, I'm not letting me pull. Gotta make sure where I'm at. There we go. That's a pearl. Knit. I definitely love the look of this pattern so far. This will probably be, we have to go into the office to work on the 2nd and the 3rd. So this will probably be the pattern, I'll take this and a pair of socks with me to work on. That way they're easy in hand stuff. So if I have time. No, it's a little different in the office. When you're in the office, you tend not to try to seem busier, just because. And we have clients that are going to be VIPs that are going to be coming into the office that day. So I want to make sure I have something easy and simple to put away for when they just, because they normally give us a heads up when the VIPs are going to be walking in so that we can put our stuff away and look professional, like we're working. Well, we are working, but you know what I mean. Don't like letting the guest people walking through see, you know, there are times where we don't have something to do. Which I haven't become fully into my L2 part or my new position at work. So I haven't been doing everything that I should be doing because I don't know or don't have the training for it yet. Ooh, I'm going into the red. Yay! I'll be out of this green. I have another row, maybe 2. We'll see. Okay. That thing totally just screwed up on me. Hold on. All right, let's go back over here. I totally just lost my stitch. There we go. Purl and then knit. It seems so thin. There we go. Try that again. Now we just need to knit all the way across. There we go. It's cool seeing this pattern come to life when you're knitting. know, it's like you wonder how they even came up with the idea of making this, making new stitches. Just amazes me. And I'm only doing simple stitches. I've seen some, it's like, oh my. Like that one you're working on, that lace part of it, the style that you're working on, the shawl. That lace part of that looks so complicated. But it's so cool. The same thing with the new one Stephen West is doing, or Stephen West, or however you say his name. The twisted shawl, whatever he's doing. That one, it has some really cool designs in it so far. I've been watching the clues when he drops the YouTube video. Now, I am not going to be doing that anytime soon, but yeah. Ooh. Okay, so we are on the purl side. Purl this first one. Yeah, I just got back into Twitch here recently. I hadn't been on it in months, years. I think the last time I streamed was August of last year, and I hadn't really hung out on it at all. Not sure why, I just started watching YouTube videos. Truthfully, I don't have enough time in the day to catch up on everything that I want to. But I enjoy the live interaction of Twitch. I think a lot of it too is I didn't have time to join Twitch. I started, my job. A lot of the people that I were watching stopped streaming. And then I really wasn't into knitting then, so I was mostly looking for people doing cross stitch. Because I wasn't much into watching people knit or crochet at the time. It's like, no, I had no interest in it. It wasn't till like I was watching a lot of people cross stitch, and they started talking about their knitting projects and their socks, and that I was like, oh, I could make socks. I want to make socks. I still probably would not have gotten into knitting at all if it wasn't for the fact that a friend of mine was had ended up with a bunch of knitting supplies, and put on Facebook that he was giving them away. So I was like, I'll take those. I was only going to, I was thinking, just go through, pick out one or two things out of it. Hold on. Hold on. That's wrong. Where did I mess up? I've messed up somewhere. Give me just a second. Because that should not be here. I messed up there. Crapola. And the thing is, with this pattern, you mess up in one spot, you mess up the whole thing. So we're going to go backwards. So I guess it's tinking is what it's called, what you were saying. I don't know any other way to do this one without fighting with it too much. Come on. Probably a quicker way to do this, but oh well. It's the way I know how to do it. Alright, now do. About 4 more stitches to take off. We are tinking. Come on. Alright, 2 more stitches off, and then we're done. Keep misplacing that. Come on, go down. Thank you. And then now we're going to undo this. Now we are back on track. All right, so now this is a knit. Purl. Oops. Come on. Can't seem to help myself. I tend to make an error every few rows. But oh well. We got it fixed. And it should still look right. There we go. Now we are going to purl and knit. Okay. Because you can't tell, but like right here, I made the same mistake, and I had to, like I was over here, and I had to purl, I had to tink all the way back to back here. It was a pain. All right. So I do connect them here, but I don't keep them connected because I don't like the knots, the color to change in the middle of the row. So don't need as long of a tail for that one. Since this is all knit, I'm going to keep this all over here. That tight. Wrap that. Come on. I normally end up doing the start on a purl, so this is new, starting on a knit. And I know I suck at these, trying to combine these together, start a new row, whatever it is. Yay, I grabbed it. Keep it. There we go. Grab on that. There we go. Alrighty. Oops, knocking that over. That was kind of cool. I liked switching out of the green. Green is not my favorite color. It's not that color green. I like darker greens. I don't really like the light greens. I'm not against them, but they're not my preferred color. Even though I have shirts. I think I have a shirt or two that are this color green. But there we go. Now we are going to flip. I've got probably about 15 more minutes to stream. And then I'm gonna have to call it a day. Go get ready for work. But oh well. That is life. Purple, knit, purl, knit. Alrighty. I should be doing another live on Thursday. That's the goal. As long as nothing happens, then yeah, we will see. I know I'm planning on going live on YouTube tomorrow. I said that earlier. I'm gonna set that up tonight so that people know. I like that on YouTube where you can like pre-schedule a live stream. I can talk. Not much, but I can. Alright, I need to be careful here because I don't want to pull this up too high. So I don't want to pull this out. Ah! I say I don't want to pull it out, and then I pull it right on out. Stuck by thread. There. Hold on. All right, you have a great day. I'm gonna be heading to work here pretty quick myself. And this is probably not what I should do, but this is what I've been doing. Just kind of do that. Give me that back. Thank you for hanging out with me. Uh-oh. Give me that. Quit doing that. I'm losing my things. Nope. Got him back. Ha 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 ha. Alright. Now we're going to purl. And then knit. No, no, no. Do that. There we go. Alright, now we're going to knit all the way across. And then probably get 1 or 2 more rows in, maybe. And then we'll probably go right out. I don't normally raid out, but I think I will today, even if it's just me. Oh well. Support other streamers no matter what. That is the key thing. Oops. Okay. So now we're back on the knit side, knit and whatever side. Oh, come on, there we go. Make sure where I'm at. Net, yep. I wonder if my friend is on. I think X-Files is supposed to be on today. I think he's supposed to be on every day this week, but I'm not. Not on Twitch. I don't think I could stream every morning. Monday mornings, definitely not. I get up on Mondays and just like chill. I don't like trying to get up and do much. Alrighty, here we go. That's the end there. Now we're going, whoops, sorry. Flip. Hopefully the angle on the knitting was a little better than last time. Tried to make sure it wasn't like directly overhead. Well, it is overhead, but I tried to make sure that it was like more at an angle type thing. I don't know. I tried to make it so that you could see what I was doing better. So hopefully. I think I've been thinking about what socks I'm going to make with the new needles I bought. I think the DPNs, I'm going to try a toe up sock. I already have a video to watch for the circular. And then another person I know is supposed to be putting out, another person I watch is supposed to be putting a video out for a knitting in the round on 9-inch circulars. So we'll see. I am definitely intrigued on the 9-inch circulars. One of my cross-stitchy friends that I go see once a month, and we got a group that we go and we all hang out. She stated that she really liked stitching socks on circulars, so on 9-inch circulars. So I want to give it a try, see how I like it. I know not every way is, for everyone. That's the same with cross stitch. Everybody cross stitches their own way. You find the way that works for you, and that's the way you do it. It's like some people stitch the throw over method. Some people stitch the cross stitch method, or the continental method. Me, I prefer this way. I think, well, I'm left-handed, but I stitch right-handed. But I do recall, like, I did crochet, like, granny squares and, like, the blankets and stuff like that. And so I got used to holding the yarn in this hand, so it makes it easier. Plus I like not having to let go of the needle. Like, that was my biggest problem when I first started knitting, was like when you were throwing, you always had to grab it with this hand and throw with this hand. I didn't like that. So I was glad when somebody mentioned to try continental. So I Googled it and was like, yeah, I like that. Watched a bunch of YouTube videos. The only thing I'm struggling with is, like, when it comes to purling, I haven't quite got, I cannot purl like, you know, most everybody. I tend to bring the whole finger down, where I see some people, they just kind of like flip their finger. I'm like, no, it don't work for me. I have to bring it down, I like grab it and hold it, because otherwise I can't get it to hold. But then again, it may change. As I learn, I'll get better and faster and go from there. I won't have to worry about it. It'll come second nature, and whatnot. But luckily, per other people that knit, I have really good tension for being a beginner, so that's good. All right, so I'm gonna do one more row of knit, and then I'm gonna call it. I don't know, I just like finishing off the knitting row before I put it away. Don't ask me why. Come on, thank you. Oops, come on. When I start work today, I will probably start on my sock. I've got probably about 2 more inches before I get to the heel. I don't plan on working on the heel while I'm working, because I'm still learning to do heels. So once I get to the heel part, it'll be going put away. It'll probably be put away till Friday, because I'm gonna try tomorrow evening. Or tonight, I'm gonna work on my cross stitch. I've got a couple patterns that I want to have done by Christmas, and if I don't work on them, I won't get them completed, and I won't be able to gift them. So I may eventually start doing knitting gifts for people, but this year they're for me and the girls, my kids, because the purple socks was for me, but my middle daughter took them because purple her favorite color, so I should have known better. And then I started a beanie, and that's for my middle daughter. I will be doing another beanie for my oldest. I got a pair of socks going for me. I will eventually make a pair of socks for my husband. Maybe one of the other sets that I do. All right, move that over there, and that is what I've got so far. The beginnings of a scarf. See, like I said, I like the fact that it's got, you know, this pattern on this side, you know, and then you flip it and you still have another, you know, this is the main side, this is the main pattern, but this side here can also be used. So, and it's nice and stretchy, and the holes aren't too big, so it'll definitely make a decent scarf in my opinion. All right, now I'm just rambling, so we need to go braid. Let's see. Yep, that's who I'm gonna go raid. I haven't raided anybody in a very long time, so that's who I'm gonna go and say hi to. Mute. I'm sorry about that. All right, so is it here? Yeah, we're going to raid. Going to go here. And we're going to go say hi to X-Files. X-Files 345. He is working on a beaded project. He takes people's emotes, like other streamers that he watches, and he's done his own, and he turns them into like little bead projects. Like he beads the picture. So we are going to go over and we're going to say hi to him. We are starting the raid. So hopefully everybody had a great visit, and I will see you next time. Bye.